Here in Katherine, we get exposure to floods every year, and the impact of a flood has on people's homes can be quite devastating.
We moved to Katherine just before Christmas in 1983. That had no rain. On New Year's Eve, the heavens opened up and the river rose to just over 16 metres in a matter of days. Little did we imagine that it would ever go any higher than that. But of course, 98 proved that wrong. All of the businesses had been flooded, so there was nowhere that you could spend any money if you had any. At the time, I was more concerned about my family because they lived out in Gorge Road. I knew they'd been evacuated from their house, but I didn't know where they were and I couldn't get in touch with them.
Floodwaters happen very quickly. We've had to do rescue out of people's houses at 2 a.m. in the morning, and very devastating. Their whole livelihood is just gone. It can be very phenomenal, very stressing on even the rescue people.
We realised very quickly you're not ever going to stop a flood, but you can mitigate the risk, and that was where we had to focus our attention on.
Back in 2014-15, the Flood Mitigation Committee was formed, and they were tasked with putting together a number of recommendations to help protect Katherine from different flood events. One of their recommendations was the creation of some structural flood levees. So the levee itself is going to be about 3 kilometres long in this stretch, and it should protect about between 150 to 200 homes in the Katherine South area here.
The water comes down this river in a different way every year. So every wet season, a little bit of bank somewhere along the river will collapse, and then the water goes in a different direction. This is where levee banks can be very useful when the water's getting closer to residential areas. It can direct that water flow away.
It's fantastic news that the Australian Government and the Northern Territory Government are working together to support this locally led project.
The flood levees will assist the level of preparedness for residents in Katherine. We obviously can't stop these events from happening, however we can try and protect the community as best we can.
It is money well spent. The infrastructure going in and the water control and that to the river coming through is detrimental.
Katherine is a very exciting place to be right now. There's so much happening, and so look, we're excited this project will be part of protecting Katherine and being able to achieve the great things it will.
We need all the help we can get, and if we can get more help and more support from the feds, then that's a good thing.